Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate 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 Vasudevaya.
Narayanam Namaskrityam
Narayanam Namaskrityam
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
Tato Jayam Udiraye
Tato Jayam Udirayet
Nashtaprayesha Bhadreshu
Nashta Prayeshva Bhadreshu
Nityam Bhagavad Sevaya
Nityam Bhagavat Sevaya
Bhagavati Uttama Shloke
Bhagavati Uttama Shloke
Bhakti Bhavati Naishtaki
Bhakti Bhavati Naishtiki.
Hare Krishna. So yesterday we had read till the verse 27 or 31?
31.
31. Okay. So we are going to continue our reading today, and today we have the verse 33 and 32. 33 has a purport. So I will chant 32 and then 33 you will read. Tasyanudhavato retas चक्षन्दामोघरेतसा शुष्मिनो युथपश्येव vasitam anudhavata. Just as a maddened bull elephant follow a female elephant who is able to conceive pregnancy, Lord Shiva followed the beautiful woman and discharged semen, even though his discharge of semen never goes in vain. Now the text 33 for today. 8.12.33 Yatra yatrapatan mahyam retastasya mahatmana tani rupasya hemnascha
Tani rupyasya himnascha
kshetrani asan mahipate
Kshetrani asan mahipate
Yatra yatrapatan mahyam
Yatra yatra patan mayam
Yatra yatrapatan mahyam
Yatra yatra patan mayam
Retastasya mahatmana
Retas tasya mahatmana
Tani rupasya himnascha
Tani rupyasya himnascha
Kshetrani asyan mahipate
Kshetrani asan mahipate
We have to sing.
Yatra yatra patan mayam
Yatra yatrapatan mahyam
Retas tasya mahatmana
Retastasya mahatmana
Tani rupyasya himnascha
Tani rupasya himnascha
Kshetraniyasan mahipate
Kshetraniya mahipate Yatra yatra patan mayam Retastasya mahatmana Tani rupasya himnascha Kshetraniyasan mahipate. Yatra yatra patan mayam Retastasya mahatmana Tani rupasya himnascha Kshetraniyasan mahipate Yatra yatra patanmayam
Retastasya mahatmana
Retastasya mahatmana
Tani rupasya himnasya
Tani rupasya himnasya
Chitrayatsa manipate
Chitrayasan mahipate.
Word for word and translation by His Divine Grace. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Yatra, wherever.
Wherever.
Yatra,
Yatra.
and wherever.
And wherever.
Apatat,
Apatat.
fell.
Fell.
Mahyam,
Mahyam.
on the surface of the world.
On the surface of the world.
Reta,
Reta.
the semen.
The semen.
Tasya,
Tasya.
of him.
Of him.
Mahatmana,
Mahatmana.
of the great personality Lord Shiva.
Of the great personality Lord Shiva.
Tani,
Tani.
all those places.
All those places.
Rupyasya,
Rupyasya.
of silver.
Of silver.
Hemna,
Hemna.
of gold.
Of gold.
Cha,
Cha.
and
Kshetrani.
Kshetrani, mines.
Mines.
Asana,
Asana.
became. Mahipate,
Mahipate.
O king.
O king.
Translation: O king, wheresoever on the surface of the globe fell the semen of the great personality of Lord Shiva, mines of gold and silver later appeared. Purport: Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur comments that those who see gold and silver can worship Lord Shiva for material opulence. Lord Shiva lives under a bale tree and does not even construct a house in which to dwell. But although he is apparently poverty-stricken, his devotees are sometimes opulently endowed with large quantities of silver and gold. Parishit Maharaj later asks about this and Shukdev Goswami replies. Om Gyantimirandhasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parichana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarini Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhaivacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Welcome devotees for the morning Srimad Bhagavatam class. Thank you. So before starting to speak on this verse, let us try to sing a song. If you have the mobile, you can search. Prabhu tava pada yuge morani vedana. 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 Nahi magi deha sukha vidya dhan jana. Nahi magi deha sukha vidya dhan jana. Nahi Bihari Sishwara ki Jai Shri Shinita Sachisuta ki Jai Shri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maharani ki Jai Shingadev ki Jai. Hare Krishna. So we are reading Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam is glorified amongst the literature as the most purest of the pure essence of all the literatures. It's also known as Amala Puran, or the most pure literature. It is said in the starting of the Srimad Bhagavatam that one who is qualified to read and understand and speak upon Srimad Bhagavatam is, do you remember the verse? It says, the purest of the pure. Well, how it starts?
Oh, yes, the first.
Yeah. Dharma projita kaitava atra parmo nirmat saranam satam. Nirmat saranam, those who are done with the material lust, material desires of establishment in the world or anything material. Those who are done and those who have pure desire to love and serve Krishna. Actually, those nirmat sar, or those who are non-envious, non-jealous, these people are actually qualified to access Srimad Bhagavatam. But by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada and by the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityanand Prabhu, we are able to also, although not qualified, I'm speaking for myself, but we are still trying to understand Srimad Bhagavatam, and all glories to Srila Prabhupada and the Vaishnavas, by whose mercy we are able to do that. Yes, because it's the most purest of the pure. Only talks about the glories of Bhagavad Gita. Talks about Krishna's instruction. Here we talk about Krishna's glory or Krishna's devotees' glory in Srimad Bhagavatam. That's the difference between Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. So this verse is quite bewildering, and also this chapter is quite bewildering, because it's talk about, it seems like, what is happening? It's most purest of the pure, those who are done with material lust and material world, they are actually relishing in these pastimes. And who is relishing? Shukdev Goswami, who's given up everything, even clothes, everything. He's just always swimming in the pastimes of the Lord and always absorbed in the pastimes. And those people who are done with material lust, they are actually talking about the things which appears like that. So through our mundane vision, we may see, we may feel, and we may get also affected by this. But we need to see the whole context, what is happening here, and on what level these pastimes are being taught. It's let's see. So actually here, Lord Shiva, those who are hearing for the first time, and in general also, we may have this doubt, how Lord Shiva, whose position is so much glorified as the purest of the pure devotee, as Vaishnava Namam Yatha Shambhu, is getting bewildered by a form of a woman, actually. So actually, it's generally said, we will not go deep into this, that how this material world works and functions because of the attraction between male and female. And the impetus of anyone we have to work in the world is actually because of that, because one has ataha griha kshetra sudapta vitte janasya mohayam ahamameti, that one thinks that I am the doer, and the people who are attached to me, they are sustained because of me, and then he works very hard to maintain them. So like that, this material world works between because of the attraction between male and female, which binds one. However, here we talk about the attraction of Lord Shiva to a woman, and that form of woman is actually not of this material world. It's actually the Supreme Lord himself, because Shiva is the most tolerant. It's said that even Mother Parvati, or most beautiful of the beautiful, because women or the opposite sex, even the Kamadev or the Cupid cannot attract or cannot affect the absorption of Lord Shiva. He had such an absorption. He's always singing Rama Rama Rameti Rama Rama Manorame. There is a song which says that he's always absorbed in chanting the names of Lord Ram. So he's never been affected by anything like this. However, here we see that he's affected by a woman who is nicely playing with a ball, and he's going there, and he's so much agitated that he is not able to control himself and lose his sacred energy in the form of semen, and then how things are moving ahead. So actually it is the internal potency of the Lord. Sometimes Lord use his own devotees as a medium to instruct us. Like Arjuna also, Lord used Arjuna to instruct us Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna was not bewildered, it says, Prabhupada says, but Arjuna was acting as an instrument so that we can get the instruction of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. And also here we can see his pure devotee, Lord Shiva. So it's a pastime. There can be many ways in which we can see a pastime. We can learn a lesson. We can see how Lord uses his devotee as an instrument to teach us some lessons. And also, Lord wants to enjoy the pastime with his eternal associates. So he wants to enjoy this pastime with him. And Lord Shiva is not at all embarrassed after this thing happens. You know, his wife is there, his associates are there, and he is regarded as the biggest of the big devotee and always absorbed. And he is doing such an activity. But he is very happy. You know, we will see in the further that he was very happy. He will say that my Lord is so great. So that means he does not have any pretension that or anything like, oh, I fall down like that, because he is so much absorbed in the glories of the Lord that my Lord is so glorious that even though I may be regarded as a very great tolerant person, but I also fell down in front of my Lord, who came in the form of Mohini Murti, was the most beautiful of the beautiful women who ever can be. We sang a song to understand how a devotee prays, because Prabhupada talks here about material riches. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur talks about opulences, that generally we see that Lord Shiva is being worshipped by those who need, those who aspire for material opulences in this world. They are generally seen to be more well situated than Krishna devotees, because Krishna gives whatever is best for us, and other demigods and even Lord Shiva, Lord Shiva also, actually he's not, actually we cannot say he's a demigod, but he is in one way a demigod also, because he's a different tattva only. But Lord Shiva also does not award you what is best for you. He will award whatever you want, whatever you desire. But Krishna will award us whatever we actually best need to advance in our spiritual life. So here we see that Lord Shiva is generally called Ashutosh. He is very happy easily, very very easily, and that's why those people who are not so sincere, they aspire for these. It's said in the Bhagavad Gita, it is called Alpamedhasam, or the less intelligent people. They aspire for what? For riches in this material world, or have a dhanam janam sundarim, like we read every day. They aspire for that. And Lord Shiva even gives it. So here Prabhupada talks about that material riches. So we sang a song which actually talks about how a devotee's consciousness is while he is praying. If you can open the song and just see the meaning of that. So it says that Prabhu Tava Pada Yuge Mora Nivedana. So he is praying, the singer of this song is Acharya, he is praying that my Nivedana or my prayer is Nahi Magi Deha Sukha, that I don't want bodily happiness. Actually, everyone is looking for bodily happiness in this world. So, but he's saying that I don't want bodily happiness. Okay, you don't want? You want something higher maybe? No. Nahi magi swarga ara, moksha nahi magi. Even the people who are like rishis and munis, those who have given up this world, they understanding that these are flickering pleasures, they become yogis and munis. But he does not want that also. He don't want moksha, he don't want swarga or anything. Okay, so what do you want? What is the next line after that? Which says, Nahi magi deha sukha.
Nahi magi swarga.
And the next line?
Nakori
prarthana kono vibhuti ralagi. No vibhuti, I don't want any mystic powers. Ei matra asha mama tumhara charane. I just one asha. I have one hope at your lotus feet. Ahetuki bhakti hriday jage anukshane. That in my heart the loving devotional service to Krishna awakens. Actually, that is the way a devotee prays to the Lord. He does not pray for his own maintenance also. Srila Prabhupada, I was hearing a lecture yesterday, and Prabhupada was telling that Krishna does not, a pure devotee does not want to disturb Krishna for anything, even for his own maintenance also. So Srila Prabhupada was saying that pure devotee prays, or devotee who are sincere, they praise for only pure devotional service. And pure devotional service to Krishna is actually the thing which is the most rare of the rare, and in the so many so many forms of life which we have taken, this is the chance which we have where we can aspire for this devotional service. Because in animal life we cannot aspire for anything or any other life, especially those who have got a human form of life where they are able to understand and have some inclination towards God consciousness. They should try to aspire for pure devotional service, because we never know before our next death or in the next life what will be the situation, where we'll be born, and what will be, and the Kali Yuga is already progressing so much. So a devotee prays for pure devotional service. And here it is said that how Lord Shiva's devotees, they actually aspire for material opulences, and they are generally, anybody who is aspiring for anything material will not be satisfied. It initially looks that it will give me satisfaction, but as you go near and as you involve in that, you will understand that the nature of this material enjoyment is temporary, flickering, and perishable. Things are temporary. It's not lasting for all. You want to enjoy for a long time, but it's temporary and it's flickering, and flickering is small time, and perishable. It is go down. I mean, you are healthy now, but tomorrow you may be you will be old. So this is the nature of the world. So a devotee does not try to enjoy in the material world. Rather, although he's in or she is in material world, they try to keep Krishna in the center and try to have the spiritual, try to give enjoyment to Krishna. And in that way, just like a servant and master, servant does not plan for his own enjoyment. If he is with the master, he will enjoy himself. He will get the food also, he will live in a good house also. Like Rupa says, if you have a big house and there are servants, so they also enjoy. So similarly, a devotee does not try to plan for a separate enjoyment. Krishna automatically arranges for himself. Prabhupada says in the many lectures that why we have to fear. Sometimes we have a fear how our maintenance will happen if we become a devotee of Krishna, how things will be, because we are not so active in the material world, let's say, or we are not so passionate about material things, how things will happen. Prabhupada says that Krishna will take care, don't worry. If you sincerely try to serve Krishna and work your best, but sincerely try to serve Krishna, then Krishna will arrange situations. And we can see all of us in our lives also how Krishna has arranged situations in the best possible way, so that we are getting the best mercy of Krishna. And in all our lives we can take a look back and understand that how Krishna, whatever Krishna has done in our life, and how he has saved us at every point in life, and to bring us to this point of having a chance to serve him. Okay, so also Prabhupada here talks about that Parikshit Maharaj later asked about this, and Shukdev Goswami. Okay. Yeah. So apart from this, should we read one more verse then? It's okay if we read one more verse?
Yeah.
Because I think we have talked about this verse, and let's read one more verse then, and we have something more to see what happens further in this story. Saritsrahashu Seleshu Vanishu Pavanishu Cha Yatrukva Chasanar Rishiyas Tatra Sanhito Hara. Okay, translation. Following Mohini, Lord Shiva went everywhere, near the shores of the rivers and the lakes, near the mountains and forests, near gardens, and everywhere, wherever there lived great sages. So he is now maddened actually. He has seen a beautiful form of Lord himself, and he is going behind her, trying to have her association in front of her wife, in front of his wife, and in front of the sages who aspire to be like Lord Shiva, who has given up the world because of Lord Shiva. And Lord Shiva is doing like this, and they are thinking, what is happening? Our Lord is doing like this. Just try to imagine. And he has no shame. He's just like, maddened now. What will happen? Let's see. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur remarks that Mohini Murti dragged Lord Shiva to so many places, especially where the great sages lived, to instruct the sages that their Lord Shiva had become mad for a beautiful woman. Thus, although they were all great sages and saintly persons, they should not think themselves free, but should remain extremely cautious about beautiful women. No one should think himself liberated in the presence of beautiful women. The Shastra enjoin Matra Swarsha Dhitra va na viviksano bhave balvan indriya gramo vidvams api chakarshati. One should not stay in a solitary place with a woman, even if she is mother, sister, or daughter, for the senses are so uncontrollably powerful that in the presence of women one may become agitated, even if he is very learned and advanced. Srimad Bhagavatam 9.19.17. So Lord Shiva is actually maddened here completely and trying to, he is not in his senses, he is just attracted by the Mohini Murti of the Lord. The beauty of the Shastras is they don't hide anything, and they are very heavy and straight, very straight, and they are very uncompromising. And actually, Prabhupada also very uncompromising. We see many of the speakers these days, they are very much compromising and diluting things and saying this and that to attract the audience. However, Prabhupada never compromised anything. However, Prabhupada was also very mature in giving Krishna consciousness according to the level of the person. But in Srimad Bhagavatam, there should never be any compromise if you are speaking on it. We should try to maintain the legacy, and Prabhupada here is clearly mentioning this because people of this world, they don't speak about it, but they actually engage in the sinful activities. But here Prabhupada actually warns us so that we can be warned, and we should refrain from these activities. So here it is told that the attraction is so much that one should avoid the association of opposite sex in a solitary place. We can see yesterday was the appearance day of Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur was of 60 years or 50 old age, and one disciple who was a young girl, she came and she wanted to meet him in a solitary place. So, but Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur said that no, we will meet in a public place. So by this he establishes the example that although he's a Paramahansa and Nitya Siddha devotee, but to set an example and to set the words of the Shastras true, that one should be very cautious of the solitary association with, and anyone can become bewildered, and Lord Brahma became bewildered, and the great rishis and sages all the time get bewildered. Actually, this is talked about a lot in the Shastras, the bewilderment between opposite sex and getting deviated from the line of from the line of devotional service or their own absorption in Krishna consciousness. So one should be very careful of this, and it is possible to come out. In Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam says that it is possible to come out of this distraction. Of course, it's not that Srimad Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita condemns marriage or association in a regulated manner, but they actually because the tendency in the world is the mind is that it has a tendency to go against the regulative principles. So what I was saying, that how it is possible to come out of this distraction, because it takes away a lot of our energy and consciousness, which is actually to develop our Krishna consciousness. It takes away a lot of our energy. It is required actually at some age. One needs to get married and one needs to have family and all these things. It is required, which is Prabhupada says, it is the need of the person according to one's age and all. But it's not like, but it should not be against the regulative principle or the Shastras. That will make the things spoiled. And Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Matpara, that the word I'm not able to remember the whole verse. It says that how you can transcend the lust in your heart into love, is the way by surrendering unto me. I mean, putting me in the center, and Krishna and your consciousness on me, you will be able to transform this. Actually, it is love only which is being transformed. Everything which is in the material world is actually a reflection of the spiritual world. It is said in the 15th chapter, first verse, Urdhamulam adhashakam, and there is a verse, so sorry, I don't remember. Urdhamulam adhashakam praham. So there is a verse 15.1, you can check that everything is a reflection, is substance and shadow. So we have real money and we have a fake currency also. So this is a difference. We have a real mango, or we have a thermocol or a plastic mango also. So if you try to enjoy the plastic mango, it may seem sad real, but it cannot give you real satisfaction. Similarly, this verse says that just like if you see a tree, and a tree's reflection in the bank near the shore appears below. So if you see below and you see there is a reflection of the tree and there are fruits, so if you try to go down and take the fruits, you will not get it. The Shastra give this example. You have to go up. I mean, up in the tree and take the fruits. You cannot go down. So similarly, it's a reflection. So the love which actually should be directed towards the Lord is being reflected over here as the love between the opposite gender. And we can see also the songs which are being made, and the is actually, if the object of those, it becomes Krishna, then they can be so pure. Actually, you can remember some songs if you know from your past life, when you were not in Krishna conscious. So then you can see, if you just put Krishna in that song, it will become so spiritual. So all of them has an idea, but it has become little diverted or perverted here. Prabhupada used this word perverted, and it has become a male-female thing, which is not a problem if it is done in a regulated way with a duly marriage and everything. However, in this world, it generally becomes a deviation, because the desire for loving Krishna has been perverted here as lust, and it is so powerful. So we should be very careful for this, and how we can be careful and how we can be attentive by trying to follow the program which Srila Prabhupada has given us. We don't have to invent anything special or do anything special. Rather, we just have to follow what guidelines and what things Prabhupada has taught us. Okay, so I think now there will be a fire check and everything. So we will end it here. If you have any question, you can ask, or we will end it here. Okay. No question? Okay. Okay. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Prabhupada ki jai.